Yes, to reduce your cannibalism in your little hamsters. And that little female will come in there and devour them. Why? One thing, she's lacking, her body is like supposed to produce enough things to give to her next generation while it's in her nest. And if she doesn't have it, and the more those babies draw on that, and they don't get it, and she's going to have a sudden craving, and she's looking around her little house pen, and I'm not absorbing enough of that, regardless of the best feed you probably fed her. She's going to go like and start to eat her babies. I know it's a nasty, nasty thing, but it is a craving thing, and it is a lacking of the ingredients and the materials you gotta be providing to that breeding situation, and that is what she is resorting to, and you are putting her through that. And that's what she does as a survival mechanism. Unless you don't like what I'm trying to say here, you're going to listen to one thing. You got to feed her better than the commercial diets. If you want to reduce that and make her function like a normal rodent, and yes, I don't give a shit about rodents. I don't care for them. But she needs some sort of a stablement and vitamins, minerals, and proper protein coming into her diet, so she is totally conditioned, and so those babies have them while they're drawing it from her. And yes, they do draw it from her. Those little pinkies are getting it. If you don't have this problem, you're probably doing something right. And it is not in nature, but if you got one that's doing it and you cannot recondition it to another way, start over. Here's a better approach. Now, variety in the diet. Now, in your vegetable materials, you can go out and get the wild grasses. You can get your dandelion leaves and everything. Dehydrate them. You can do that. That's one thing. It sounds elaborate. Fine. Whatever. Insects. That's the more or less the key. Now you can buy a mealworm, you can do all these little cricket things and everything like that, but if you know one thing, when they raise these things on a commercial basis to feed to your reptiles, what happens? You have to douse these things into a mineral supplement or a vitamin supplement before feeding to your reptiles. Do you understand? There is something lacking here. So, what do you expect your mammal little hamster to do? She's probably going to be lacking something, although it may give her a certain amount of protein ingredients. What you need to do is to condition them properly. And I know that rodents that we're talking about here in the hamster is basically a herbivore to some extent, but they're also got to have a supply of proper nutrients, vitamins, as well as minerals. And where do you get most of this kind of thing? And you can do that, and you can do it on a very good level. You can go out there in the summertime and collect your bugs in a net, grasshoppers, whatever. I know it's seasonal, but if you got these things and you can, like, you know, look at them and analyze them and cipher them out. If you want to go to an extremely way of keeping them all year round, you can also dry them out and freeze dry them in little baggies and everything, and you also will have some every now and then. The point I'm trying to get to is if you want to eliminate your hamster cannibalism with the female eating their babies, you have to provide them with a better diet. Okay? Once a hamster gets into this type of behavior, she may continue it anyway. So It's best to start fresh, and it's best to condition your little hamsters better and be giving them accustomed to a better diet with a variety of grains. You can also go into these health food stores and get some, um, you know, pellets of things that are for, like, excuse my word, bodybuilders and things, and they got every frickin' ass ingredient in there. Find the one that's most organic. You can take a little chip off of that piece of material and add that to your hamster cage or you know, her nibblers and everything. I know this is extremely um, uh, tedious, and that's all it's what it's about. It's extremely time consuming, but again, you will get better results if you don't like to see your hamster eating a little baby. So we'll go from there, and then we'll go into a little bit of other areas in the future here. And cannibalism also does happen in other rodents, such as rabbits and everything. And there's another. There goes that damn computer. Doesn't like what I say, does it? And probably none of you do either. But nutritional facts and genetics and nutrition. Surprisingly, if you're in a college or I would strongly suggest, if you can find a way into your sciences and stuff like that, is to find in your elective classes, take some classes on nutrition, animal nutrition, especially. Another stuff, because I can run on forever here. This is about hamster cannibalism and how to reduce it, okay? Get your bugs, get your insects in there a little bit. Never overdo anything in any particular area, okay? Be moderate on everything, and my information here is very general. Ease into it. Don't panic. Just gradually, and all of a sudden, hell, you have an idea. You will be able to figure things out on your own, and you may even be writing some papers or even doing videos on the same subjects. And right now, I'm just ballistic on all kinds of stuff here. So I'm just throwing this out to you because there is somebody out there eventually, probably a younger person, that's going to catch on to what I'm saying. So think in your pets and your little hobbies. If there's something going wrong, it's usually related to either genetics, it's usually related to nutrition, and probably nutrition 90% of the time. And understand nutrition completely as best as you can, and take those classes when you can fit them in. Good job, and I'll throw in some more. And I'm going to give myself a board here and write some of this down and try to do a different video. Be curious.